Cool. Did everyone cashbar.com? Because nothing makes me more excited. On today's video, I'll give you my ReceiptPal review for 2024. Another get paid to scan receipts app. Is it worth your time? Legit or scam? Thank you everybody so much for joining me. I want to ask you for a quick favor. If you would like videos like this where I go over ways you can make extra money on the side by doing things like scanning receipts on your mobile device, please make sure you give this video a like as it will help get it out in front of more people. And of course, help us out with the good old YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much now. I did a review for ReceiptPal a few years ago, and it is still currently in my receipt scanning Rolodex, much like Receipt Hog is. So first off, legit or scam? This is legit. I've been using the app for a few years now. In fact, it's I'd say one of the ones that has changed the least. And in that regard, I kind of appreciate it. I'll also give a tiny preview of my experience with the Pogo app, which I just started using now, which I'm seeing if that's worth my time to add to my receipt Rolodex. But ReceiptPal is actually very simple compared to others, but it works a very different way. The main one is that individual receipts by themselves do not get you any points. Right now, because it's scanned by online, uh, I can't show any cards, but I just wanted to get this out since the Receipt Hog video just came out. But in essence, each week you get 3 cards that are worth 100 points each, and you can scan. Each card has a slot for 4 receipts. So once you have 4 receipts that are actually taken a picture of and accepted by the app. Now, this app is not as picky as some others like the Amazon Shopper panel. It will not give a point value based on amount purchased, location, type of store. It's just you take a picture of 4 receipts that have to be within a week itself, and the week starts every Sunday. So it had to be within that time period for the purchases. So 4 receipts gives you 100 points. You can get up to 300 points per week from receipts on the app. But each receipt, like if you scan 1 receipt, you don't get 25 points. You won't get anything until you fill up a card and all 4 receipts are accepted. And then boom, there you go. That's 100 points. Now, one of the things I really like about the app is that you can link multiple online accounts, much like the same thing with Receipt Hog, Coin Out, uh, and I guess Pogo. With this one, you have this option. You can do up to 6 accounts, like it shows here. One email. You can do Amazon. You can do Walmart. You can do Instacart, Kroger, and Starbucks. So the awesome thing about ReceiptPal is that if you link all the accounts, or for each account that you link, you can do a weekly scan, and that'll get you 15 points just for doing the scan. There doesn't even need to be anything there for you to get credit for. One thing I don't like is even if you have purchases on your email or your Amazon account or any of these other ones, it will not immediately tell you. In my experience, it takes like 2 or 3 days to get credit for that. But the awesome thing is that if you're making several different purchases from several different retailers, or like these days, even if you go out to eat at certain restaurants, when you tap or scan your card, if they don't need print out a receipt, you can have it emailed to you. Well, if you connect that email to ReceiptPal, then you will actually get credit for that, and it'll go into a card. Now, once you fill up the 3 cards, that's one of the few negatives about this app. Once the 3 cards are filled and you get your 300 points, you can no longer get additional points from receipts for that week. And every extra receipt you do gives you entries into a sweepstakes. And also, if you fill up enough receipts, you will get a bonus. So this always will happen. If you have a bonus when the app opens up, you get to choose 4, like from 4 different eggs or 4 different geese, and it'll show you how many entries you want in that week's sweepstakes. Like you see right there, I have 34 entries out of 455,000. So yeah, I've been using this for a few years. I think I've won a total of like 100 points, like from like 2 drawings, 2 raffles. So that's not really, like once the 3 cards are filled, you can keep taking pictures. Like right now, I can take a picture of a receipt, and if it accepts it, then I get a sweepstake entry. So that's not really worth your time. What the reason why I think you should keep this app in your receipt Rolodex is even if you want to be, if you don't have that much time, and sometimes the emails or the scanning for online accounts can take a few minutes. But if you make even a few purchases up on like Amazon per week, like I'm sure most people do, you can get a good amount of points from this just by doing that scan. And like I said, if you have all 6 of those accounts, the Amazon, Walmart, and email, Kroger, Instacart, and Starbucks, then every week you'll get 15 points for each. So that's 90 points right there. And plus the receipts, you can get up to 390 per week essentially. It takes the point values just like every other app. The more you wait, the cheaper it'll be to redeem. So at base value, let's go over here. At the beginning or at the low level, it's 2,000 for $5, but then it's 3,200 for 10. That's usually where I get my. I recommend you do your redemptions. It's not the best value technically, but that makes it 1,600 points per $5. The next level, 7,500 points for $5. Then that means you would have to save a lot more points first of all. But instead of 1,600 per $5, it's 1,500 per $5. So it's not that big of a difference. Went from 2,000 to 1,600. That's a pretty big difference. So, and you never know when an app's going to change or when. Oh, unfortunately, some of these apps die. So, like I said, every time I get to 3,200, I redeem for $10. I've gotten $30 this year so far. I'm pretty sure based on my cadence, I'll end up hitting 40 before the end of the year. So already right there, more lucrative than Receipt Hog, takes less work, uh, takes less time. So ReceiptPal, I think you should definitely add this one to your receipt scanning Rolodex. I think at some point I'll be making some kind of tier list as far as these apps go, so you can just see what my opinion is better. There's no referral program, but again, if you just link your accounts, and even if all you do is link an email and then either an Amazon or Walmart, whatever you use the most for your shopping, and you just do your weekly receipt scans, that'll give you a good amount of points, easy points every week, and then just keep doing it. Then eventually you just come back here and redeem your gift card, which is either Amazon, Visa, Starbucks, Target, and Walmart. So there you go, good variety. No PayPal, unfortunately, but still, for the amount of work that this takes, I definitely recommend you use it. Now let's go into Pogo real quick. So Pogo's been around for years as well. I just downloaded it. So quick impressions, a flood of ways to earn points, which is good and bad. Like I think is when I put too many on here, it can definitely be a bit overwhelming, and it will lead just the mind to think that because there's so many, none of them can be worth that much. So right now, I've just done a few receipts. Receipt camera for me, in my opinion, this app feels like it used to be like on some of the other ones, so it hasn't caught up, in my opinion, with how good like Fetch Rewards, Receipt Hog, or Coinout are. But you know, we'll go to it more. And this is more like Fetch Rewards, where it also has games, but then it has all these other offers. So it really seems like it's more like a Swag Bucks competitor. But I'm still going through it, and once I get a payout, I will see if it's legit, and then I'll come back and I will let you guys how that goes. But that's it for this one, guys. Thank you very so much again for joining me. And if you like what you've been seeing, please make sure you give a little visit to the like, share, and subscribe button down below. Any questions, tips, comments, post them in the comment section. I got to play some games, make some money, spend some money, see somebody, get boned. Get boned.